And this doesn't have to be paid until,
Late 2023,
Late
early
23,
2024.
Early 24, right in that.
this can wait until after budget or not? We just won't be able to lock in the price.
You
That's
wouldn't
correct.
be locking the price, the only thing, if you delay it now, it just delay the,
The price is gonna go up.
price could go up or
Or
delay
the-
the completion of the truck.
Which we've already approved the truck being ordered, it's the
Oh, yeah, I
system
mean, we
done.
gotta
I just
have a
wanna
truck,
lock in
and I
into
know
a
we only
price.
got half a truck right now without this, so. Okay.
All right, can
Anyone else?
have roll call?
Pat? could we roll
Oh, do you
call?
want a roll call? Okay. Let me, I have to, I had to make it up, so. Moore,
Yes.
Lenz,
Yes.
Simeon,
Yes.
Walworth,
Yes.
McAdie.
Yes. Thank you. Anything else at DPW?
I can give you a little more. I ordered the porta john for the park. It should be here within the next couple days. So that'll be down at the park again. I'm gonna grade the roads probably next week. I did switch grader blade over to the summer blades for dirt roads. I think most of the frost is out now, so one day next week I'll start grading. Just we put a ton of coal patch on Eagle Road, so we're still working on that. And pretty soon here it'll be mowing time and trimming and more seasonal stuff. So, about it?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
C, building department activity report?
Ooh. There's some permits.
Sherry?
It is,
I see, Jason's not being here.
Oh, yeah, she does handle those.
for March, we got construction value for 2 permits. The permit fees is $255. Total construction value is $8,800. Total permit fees is $255. That's what we've collected so far for the month of March.
Month of March?
It'll pick up. I mean, it's starting to pick up with the weather.
Starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Cash, receiving for March?
Saw the sewer.
I did not receive a code enforcement report.
Yeah.
He'd been out of town, I mean, for the last couple of months, so I didn't receive anything. So I didn't include it in our, I just wanted to note that.
Okay.
So, he was gone for 2 months? Did he let us know he's going to be leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have anybody in place to cover that while he's gone.
That's
so-
correct.
Oh, we should, if he's gonna be gone for 2 months.
Yeah, we
I
need
take
a
it
code
we didn't know
enforcement.
the length when he left.
I understand he does this every year, it's my understanding.
Yeah. Well, needs something to be more formal.
Yeah. we do.
If you let your employer know when you're going.
So that we can put somebody in place to do his job.
Okay. E, fire department activity report?
Do we need any discussion on the fire department report?
Pardon me, no.
No,
No, it's
just-
fine. This is kind of for information only. It is very interesting to look at, the kind of calls that they go on. They're assisting with EMS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Most of it are gas smells, power down, dispatching cancel, passenger fire, alarm system activation, no fire. So on the plus side, there's no structural fires, but they've been busy. We're glad. Okay, F, the sheriff's department's report. Now, this one I always like to talk about because they're very busy. And I believe this is 8 or 9 pages long. There's, who knows, maybe 40 reports on each page. And it's kind of interesting to see what happens close to your house. We have to learn the code. We're always asking, what does this mean and what does that mean? Because a lot of it's written in code. And they're not really code to keep you from knowing. It's they're the office filing systems. I might add that there is a summary in the back. And for March, they have all the officers listed, how many medical calls, how many dwelling inspections, how many motor assists and whatnot. But the amazing thing about it is that, and this doesn't break down in the village and the township, but overall, between the two, they traveled 4,969 miles last month, doing their police and safety activities. Okay, now, Ada, I take it that our auditor couldn't make it tonight?
That's correct. She called, said she was ill.
Okay. All right. 9, unfinished business. Request from village employee to raise current hourly rate.
At the last meeting, you guys requested a list of her wage history. It's on the back of that, if you'll flip it over. She's asking for $1.87 to come, to be the same as the entry-level treasurer that we have.
And she's part-time.
Yes.
Yes, Patty's, yes. Well, I would like to make a motion to request from the village of employee Patricia Sheriff to raise current hourly wage of $18.13 to $20.
I'll second that.
Okay. There's a motion and a second. Any comments?
Yeah, I just want to voice my objection. I understand why we're doing it, but this is not the right time to do it. Budget time is the time to do these types of reviews, so that's all I have to say on it.
Well, I just wanna say, for the record, she's been with us since 2005. She started at $10 and she's at $18.13. She works less than 24 hours a week, Pat,
20.
25?
20.
Right now it's
20.
20 a week.
So
I
it's gonna
understand,
ask
it's just
you a
not the
lot.
proper time to do it, so.
Well, we put it on the agenda, so.
Well, this has been on the horizon, it's been discussed. The timing, I know we're looking forward at the budget, and in line with the raises that we've handed out, one thing, we've been operating shorthanded for a little over a year.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years, yes, 2 years.
2
2 years.
Unfortunately, our treasurer passed away, and we've asked people to step in and help, and we've made increases in another employee for taking on some of the duties, and this employee is taking on some of the duties too. I think if we realize that this is happening now instead of in budget time in 2 months, that this won't be revisited again, that consider it early.
Correct.
I think that's the way to put it. It's the least we can do for stepping in and helping out. Any other comments? Okay, there's a motion on the,
I made a motion.
Right, and support.
Melissa seconded it.
all right. So Pat, would you
Roll
please?
call.
Roll call.
Moore,
Yes.
Swins,
Yes.
Simeon. Yes. Walworth,
No.
McAbey.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, next one's 9B. And this is a resolution designated MedStar as a local service provider for the village of Goodrich.
You asked me to have our attorney review this. He did. You can see in the attachment, he responded. And basically what he says that the proposed resolution is well within the village's valid authority. And he recommends that it be adopted.
Yeah, this has been going on for what, how long have we been talking about this? For about 6 months, maybe
Mhm.
more?
No, longer than that.
Longer than that?
Yeah, when we first got into office, remember?
Yeah. What this is about, the MedStar is a nonprofit ambulance service, and they want to put ambulances over on the east side, and willing to do that if their preferred caller, provided they're closer, and they want to be, I didn't say that right, being the first to respond. And they plan on doing that by being closer. What this resolution is about partially is to notify 911 that we recognize them as being a preferred provider. It doesn't mean they'll be the only, it doesn't mean they'll be the exclusive, but, and there's no cost to us.
Question, can you speak, can council speak on this? And just-
Pardon me?
Can you discuss this?
Go ahead, yeah, go for it.
Well, I was all in for this when it first started, until 911 got involved and said that there's a thing on here that says the village of Goodrich hereby releases the Historium and waives any claims, demands, or causes of action it might have against it, including the Historium's officers, officials, employees, contractors, agents, from against all liability, fines, and penalties. Action, damages, claims, demands, judgment, losses, costs, expensive suits, or actions arise out of the Historium's performance of its primary public safety answering point duties in a manner consistent with the agreement. So pretty much what it's saying is if something happens to somebody and they pass away, they can sue the village. So I am not for this anymore. So I just wanted to say that for the record. Anybody else?
Yes, I had that opinion too, and Sherry, could you talk about your discussion with the attorney?
Well, as you can read right here, he says that 911 has a liability. I mean, they can't just be excused for any of their liability.
Not that one, isn't this against MedStar though? It's saying that MedStar is in no way liable at all if anything happens.
Yeah, that it's on us.
No, this was with 911,
The consortium.
the consortium.
So if something happens and they don't get on that call, they don't make it, does that mean they can sue the village?
They can anyways,
Yeah, they could anyway.
yeah, you can't,
You can't stop somebody from suing whoever they want. But for 911 to say they're not liable, they can't do that. They have their own liability.
Okay.
So. the
So our attorney is saying that that we would never indemnify or hold harmless 911 for its own gross negligence. And he gave you an example, that there was a case in which a 911 operator literally failed to take any calls for a day because he just didn't feel like doing it. That 911 was successfully sued by the estate after a citizen died. So, even though it happened, I mean, when it happened in whatever municipality it was in. So, if they have their own liability, as Katie just said, anybody could be sued. The ambulance drivers could be sued, we could be sued, 911 could be sued, but what 911 was wanting us to hold them harmless, no, we don't, they can't be.
I have a question. So if there was somebody closer and they could make it there and they couldn't, they're not able to come because we signed that contract.
MedStar's gonna get the first call, yes.
But
MedStar would
if
get
they
the first
can't
one.
make it there and there's.
Then another
somebody
one would
close-
come, the
They
next
would
closest
come?
one would
Yes.
come, yes,
Yeah, it's not like it would stop the call only at MedStar, it's just they called MedStar first.
yeah.
Because
And
that's
if-
what we've agreed
yeah.
to, that's what
Okay.
that's what a sign that was for.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to approve the resolution designating MedStar as local service provider for the village of Goodrich.
I'll second.
Here's motion and second.
I'm sorry, who seconded it?
Second, Cindy.
Lois.
Oh, okay.
Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
Raise your hand.
No,
Discussion?
what makes me feel better, so, yes.
Roll call.
Yeah, we'll do a roll call.
Okay. Moore,
Yes.
Schluenz,
Yes.
Simeon,
Yes.
Walworth,
Yes.
McAdie.
Yes. Okay, resolution's passed. Okay, 9C, purchase 2 radar speed awareness signs for East Eagle and Ridge Road. 2 flashing alert signs for the intersection of Ridge and January Court. We've discussed this and gone to different providers and,
The first quote from Treetop, they did not have one that they could offer us that gave us data. So they quoted just the one that says slow down and then shows your speed, it's blinking. And then Medco did provide us one with data, which would be equal to the one Councilman Walworth provided.
Is that the one for 12,000?
Yes, that's for 2 of those that would provide data. So basically, you have 3 now, but 3 quotes.
And then what is our final choice for the Ridge Road? Thought we decided that they don't want a flashing light
That's correct,
So
So-
the slow down one?
for Hego,
correct.
but nothing's still set for Ridge.
That would be another one for
Well,
Ridge, that
can we
would be
get
a,
some additional brackets and move them around?
sure. You buy them that way.
Keep them in one area for a month and then move them
Well, the
and put them in
problem
another
is that
area?
the ones that we have right now, they still haven't fixed, and there's, sitting over on Eagle, and they're not working.
Well, that's the counties,
yeah,
that's,
those don't belong to us.
they're aware,
Oh, so you want a portable one?
These, you give
They're
it
solar.
brackets so that you can mount them on different poles.
My only discussion again on this is that with the Ridge Road situation, you guys are asking people to stop, and I don't think having them know their speed is gonna affect them stopping at all. I think we need to get some kind of stop ahead, something to make them stop.
But it's also speeding has been reiterated over and over again at how fast they're going down Ridge Road. I think if we were to do a true traffic study, I bet you would find that the speeds on Ridge Road are probably higher than the ones on Hegel Road, just because it's a longer span of road. People have a longer distance to where they can pick up those speeds. I mean, we had.
No, I know, I remember, we discussed this for so long.
And we could start with 2, and we could set 2 up on Eagle for a while, and then we can move them over to Ridge in a while. And we can collect the data, and we can see what's really going on. And if we decide we need to get 2 more and put 2 in each location, then that's, you know, something that we can do.
I'm in favor of getting the 2 and getting extra brackets. I still just don't think that anybody's gonna utilize that material. Like, just like when the deputy came, he said, we're gonna look at it, but until we start giving out tickets, and, you know, and maybe he thought that these signs are the best option. He said if people
Yeah.
see it in their face that they are going to flashes slow down, that's when they might slow down. So I'm all about putting it in different locations, like you said, monthly, and see if it makes an impact. Because we've all discussed that it's the same people every day. On Eagle, it's the people at 3:45, they gotta work at 3 o'clock, and they're flying through the 25-mile-an-hour zone. And it's probably the same thing on Ridge.
Right.
I just, for the cost, I don't see the big advantage in getting the ones that collect data.
And the officer that was here said nothing will change until you start stopping. That's right. We're handing out tickets. That's fine, if you wanna take the chance, I don't have any sympathy.
Yes.
I think we're kind of confusing things. There's two separate issues. There's the radar activated speed sign, then there's the stops.
No, we're talking just about the
These
speed
are just on
radar.
the radar.
We're only talking about the speed
Well,
radar
that's
right now.
right, we gotta separate the two.
No.
So the Safe Pace 600 radar, is that the one we're looking at? That's,
It's Treetop Products.
Yeah, it's treetops.
Radar
Well, I would suggest the radar signs, just because of the quality of the signs. I don't know if you saw the videos and so forth that I sent. I mean, they're bulletproof, they're smash proof, they're, you know.
oh, the ones that, these are,
Well, these two, it's a 9-inch radar sign.
The one from Radar Sign.
okay, all right, I see it.
Yeah, make sure we're talking about the same one.
And there was a quote for 2 different sizes. They're 11-inch and a 13-inch. And the 11-inch falls in line with the other quote that we got.
Sherry, is there a picture of the Treetop one?
It's like this, it's similar to that.
It does the same thing, it says
Yeah,
slow down.
it says slow down,
That's-
yeah.
that's the one. So that's the price we're looking at for 2 of those.
This is the one Sherry provided, the one that Keith wants, so it's double.
I mean, if you guys want to postpone and you guys want to look at the quality of both those signs, I think you find the ones, the radar sign ones are indestructible.
How many did we get for that price?
The Treetops one says it's a radar sign.
He's saying these are indestructible, they're trash proof, they're smash
Do we know that these are not?
Are the other ones?
And I think the other thing that's nice about the radar sign ones is the fact that it's got the possum on. I think that's crucial. You know, we can make the display dead so that it doesn't display how fast you're going. And we can capture data, find out how fast people are going. We can find out if they're going 5 miles an hour over 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. And we can have this sign dead, meaning it's not flashing you a number. And we can collect all that data for, say, 2 weeks. And then we can flick the sign on and collect all that data for 2 weeks. And I'm pretty sure what you're gonna see is that people are slowing down when the sign is actually on. It also gives us some options to where we can shut those signs down over a certain miles per hour. Because other communities have had radar signs, and some of the problems that they have with radar signs is kids that want to see how high they can get that radar sign to go. And so a lot of communities, like talked to the village of Clarkston, and he said they shut theirs down if they're going 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. They shut it down because they had that problem where kids were trying to see how high they could get that number. So that's the nice thing about these radar, this radar sign is it gives us a lot of flexibility, narrators to collect the data and see what's really going on there.
My only question with that is who is going to look at the data? Like physically, which person? And what are we gonna do with it?
Yeah, just that,
I can
we
do
talked to the police officer that
It's-
was
it's-
here,
it's-
he
it's-
said the most effective ones were the ones that we were talking about
Which one?
in the village of Firestone.
Which is the radar sign.
Yeah, they
Sherry's
have-
for treetops is a radar sign.
No, I understand that, but you need to look at the quality of the signs. I mean, I'd be willing to postpone this.
Well,
You
this
guys
is
can-
12, yours are 12,000, and the ones that she
Oh,
No,
said,
they're not, Sherry.
Okay.
what's this price then?
They are $29.90 apiece.
Wait.
Right here, radar
brand?
signs.
I've got highlighted, let's make sure we're all talking about the same thing.
Okay,
Sherry said the second quote is what you provide for $12,105.
No,
That's incorrect.
then
no,
that's,
Why
that's
is it highlighted?
one of my quotes. His
oh,
is the next, that's one of my quotes. The $12,000 one is the one that has the data. The one from Treetop does not provide data.
Right,
Those are the two that I got.
well then what's
And
this?
then I
what's
provided the
Keith's?
next one down is Keith's from Radar Sign. His company is Radar Sign that he got his from.
Okay,
And one is one is $29.90, depending on the size. The size is the only thing different, right, Keith?
Yes.
One's $29.90 and the other one's $37.40
okay.
each. So if you double that.
okay, so Keith, out of these three signs, which one? Are they all the same? These are the radars,
Options.
these are the options, right, Keith?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, I think we can look at all the small things later, but I would like to make a motion to approve the purchase of 2 solar speed aware signs for East Eagle and Ridge Road and 2 flash, for just 2 signs total that could be mounted on either road to not go over $3,740 each, so we can make a decision based on size at a later date.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, your brand? model,
The
please.
radar sign brand, but to not exceed $3,740 each.
Right, put the brand and the model in there. With motion and support, any comment?
I supported it,
Or is it?
Moore,
yes.
Swens,
Yes.
Simeon,
Yes.
Walworth,
Yes.
McAdie.
Yes? All right, thank you. We've looked at quite a few options, so it's taken a while to
It's
get
been
here.
a long
Been a
time.
long time. Okay, sure, 9C, okay. 10A, recommend to hire Garrett Crane as full-time DPW labor effective immediately. We interviewed, had some excellent candidates, people who retired from the Genesee County DPW. They had maturity, they were looking for, they had, correct me if I'm wrong, at least one, maybe two of them were drawing retirement, and this would be starting with us. They had machine skills, and it was kind of tough because we had probably three that were excellent candidates. Did everybody get a chance to read?
Yes, can we have them stand up in the audience and introduce themselves?
Garrett?
Garrett?
My name is Garrett Craig.
Hi, Garrett.
Hi.
Thank
Very
you.
nice to meet you.
Glad you're here.
We heard really good things about you from
Yes.
Sherry, so
Thank you very much.
Yep. Don't we have one more here?
That was for the second, this is just for the
That's
first
it,
one.
that's
This is just for him, this is for him. You gotta do
This is
this
for
one.
him, okay.
Yeah, this is
You're the
just,
full-timer.
this is just a
Okay.
full-time position. Okay. we'll-
Well,
Yeah, based on the recommendation, I would like to make, what, discussion still? Are you discussing still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just